Hey, welcome back to the 2026 season premiere of Open Shutter. I haven't done this in about 3 months because I've been away traveling, but finally got back to doing this podcast, which I really enjoy doing, and have the pleasure of welcoming Kostas to the program. Man, thanks so much for taking the time in the new year to jump on this thing.
It's an honor, pleasure,
Yeah.
and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Well, I mean, we met through Devin of creator Instagram group, and that's how we kind of found each other, I guess, back in November or something. And figured I'd reach out and see if you want to jump on because you got a lot of cool stuff. You got a lot of cool stuff cooking, man, in the new year. You got a lot of stuff going on, right?
Well, I have a lot of things cooking, but I think if you want to cook, you have to also be open to inspirations.
Mm,
And I'm so inspired by the creators, and
yeah.
actually from you, bro. I mean,
Yee, oh my
I've seen
God.
your YouTube channel, and
Yeah, you were saying offline, yeah.
well, I told you before, and I'm gonna say it as many times as possible
Yeah,
to just express how thankful I am to have people to share their experiences in life, and
yeah.
especially your trips in Japan
Mm,
have been. It's like I was there. I mean, the way
yeah,
you shoot it, like with all the patience at the time, I just it's not like on a script, if I may
right.
say. It's like raw, unfiltered.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
kind of the goal. That's kind of the goal. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because I think sometimes stuff on social media is too highly edited, it's too overproduced, like it's too cinematic, like you kind of lose like the human element of things. Like it's
yep,
just, you sometimes you just like you sometimes you even with this podcast, sometimes you just want like a raw like conversation with people because there's so much noise out there. It's easy to lose focus.
yeah.
Like someone goes to your page on it, Instagram, and it's like, well, who is Kostas, right? Like, who are you? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the backstory, right? So I think, podcasts like this kind of gives like room for people to kind of explain more fully about like what their deal is and like why they're doing like what they're doing, right?
Yeah, and talking about noise, I mean, right now it's quite the challenge
Yeah.
of the century, if I may say. I mean, our attention is so fragmented and scattered. I
We're
mean,
just very distracted, man. It's a very
yeah,
distracted society, right? You
oh,
know?
way too much distractions, and
Yeah.
in some governments, it's a practice to distract with
Right.
other things.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, so.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think to your point about noise, it's very important to understand how this noise it's affecting our lives, and
Mm,
just not just say the fact that there is a noise. I mean, it does affect people. It does
yeah.
affect people, especially creators that try to monetize
Yeah.
out there with their special crafts and skills.
Yeah.
Noise has been a huge challenge. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we were just like talking offline earlier today about like, we were talking about like what we wanted to focus on today, and it's like, it's the new year, and people are trying to make resolutions about either starting a side hustle, they want to like turn their passion to like a full time gig or a side time gig, or they're trying to make money off what they enjoy doing because maybe some people are tired of doing like the usual 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I think people want more, So like, I mean, people have these grand, like I saw today, people are making these crazy goals for the year where they want to make $1 million. I'm thinking to myself, why are you even like thinking that way? Start small, start saying, I want to have 6 clients by the end of Q1. That's
Mhm.
reasonable to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying I want $1 million by December 31st, 2026. Like, but people want to like shout from the rooftop saying, "I'm gonna be a millionaire by the end of the year. I'm gonna do all these crazy things." It's like you're just setting yourself up for failure. Because there's how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, yeah. What is your goal for Q1?
My goal for Q1 is like I really want to I want to like start like I want to at least start like a documentary type project where I live.
Mm.
So right now I'm trying to think of like what I want to do with that and what that looks like. So it's been on my mind for like a long time now, but I'm trying to I want to surround myself with people that are involved with people that are into documentary type style work because because right now, like my work is like I also make videos for like my work, but it's like social media stuff. Like it's reels and TikToks, and it's like I don't really care about this. Like I don't like it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, yeah,
You want to make stuff that kind of matters to you and might matter to other people. Because I feel like people watch reels on Instagram and they don't even remember what they watched. It's like okay, so that's kind of where I'm at with like content creation. Is like it's not that I'm bored of it, but I'm bored of it. Like I want to do something like kind of like next level,
yeah.
like sounds like a more fuller story. If that makes any sense.
I mean, since you have visualized, I think you know the path to go there.
I
I
think
mean,
so. Yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like a redirection because
redirect.
I've been making like video content for a while now for like various companies, and
Hmm.
it's all the same stuff. It's like, oh, I saw this on Instagram. Can you make this because it went viral? It's like, well, it doesn't really work that way. But
Yeah, yeah,
people have this weird perception of like, oh, just make it and throw it up on Instagram and it's gonna get a million views. Well,
yeah.
it doesn't really,
Those views,
people have this
millions of views.
yeah, like people have this weird connection with like
Hmm.
going viral and making like lots of money. It's possible, sure, but I mean, I think long run is you want to be authentic. Like I tell these people, I tell these companies like, don't follow trends. Like do what matters to you. Like what makes your business unique? Like what makes you stand out? Like what is it? Maybe you had some sort of trauma in your past that other people can relate to. So you have to be vulnerable a little bit with that, and some people aren't really comfortable with being vulnerable in front of the internet. You know?
Yeah. Somebody said, and it's a great quote, and I have it as one of my main like
Yeah.
pillars when I teach people about
Right.
brand strategy and all these nice things that I do. That the goal is to find your uniqueness and
Yeah.
exploit it in the
Yeah.
service of others. The
Yeah.
goal is to find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others. Which, if you think about it, people that try to find differentiation strategies and to be unique, but for what?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to provide to the world our gift, and our
Yeah.
gifts are uniqueness. And at the end of the day, yes, monetization is very important. Um, do you want to make this even flatter? It may be the most important right now based on everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
But one of my mentors, Chris Doe, who's
Yeah.
like an expert in personal branding, he told me that money
Yeah.
is the scoreboard of impact. And
Mm.
that kind of played my mind a little bit weird. Like, I say, okay, so what do I do? Impact or money? Money is the scoreboard of impact. And in my life, I realize I give, I bring some impact to the people and I'm getting paid satisfactory, but
Yeah.
I never had it from the perspective of impact.
Yeah.
Now, once I tweaked it from the impact perspective,
Yeah.
things are very all aligned, and uniqueness is very important for the people to understand uniqueness. Once
Yeah.
they tackle down the uniqueness and they bring impact to the people through
Yeah.
this uniqueness, things are very fulfilling, very fulfilling.
Mm.
Hmm.
So how does one find their uniqueness then? Is it like because
Hmm.
like I could say, oh, I think I'm unique in all these things, but you know, maybe I'm not. Like, how do you actually know what makes you unique? You know?
It's interesting concept because the creators in our world,
Yeah.
and let's put from the perspective of where we are right now, because we're both like in the videography and photography
Yeah.
in different capacities, but we all love those visuals and content creation.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to compete
Right.
in a sea of sameness, and that's a reality.
Mm.
How can
True.
you bring your uniqueness? Is it the way you edit? Is the way
Right.
you put the camera? Is the way
Yeah.
you use the triangle between aperture, shutter speed, or ISO?
Right.
What's the uniqueness? Because everybody has the technology,
Yeah.
everybody has the tools and the
Yeah.
toys,
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody has all the mechanics. We all have the mechanics, we have access.
Yeah.
Years ago, maybe some people that didn't have access. Now in our group, you see we are fighting over what brand is better, Canon,
Yeah.
Sony.
Sure. Sure.
We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
this kind of discussions. We went
Yeah.
beyond the fact that we need to get equipment. We have the equipment, and is the way you edit, is the way you execute, you operate, is a combination of everything. Well, in
Mm.
my world, as a creator myself, I realized that finding your uniqueness actually is about turning yourself into what you sell. And how you
Right.
do that is literally to bring yourself, something you mentioned, authenticity, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And authenticity can be like a buzzword. A lot of people talk about it, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, what's different between you and the rest of the world is you. Is
Mm,
literally you. Is your stories, your values, your
yeah.
skills that
Right.
makes you unique. You know. Now you have similar skills. Everybody has skills.
Yeah.
Let's just face it. Everybody has skills. It's not if somebody has better skills. It's about they have better ways to communicate the skills. They have better ways to
Right.
place themselves into this world,
Hmm.
right? And they do that because they have a good understanding about their own identity. And this is the big problem right now that I have identified in the world. It's everybody suffering from some sort of lack of identity
Mm,
because things are running so fast. Content, media, internet, everything. It's running and we just try to catch up, but we haven't got the time to take a step back, take a
yeah.
breather. It's okay.
Right.
What am I doing here? What do I want to do?
Right.
Who am I at the end of the day? And interestingly, as I was trying to develop all my strategies and everything, do this experiment yourself. Ask
Yeah.
somebody,
Mm,
who are you?
mm.
Everybody's gonna tell you. Most of them say, well, "What do you mean? I mean, my job or me personally?" People that don't have like a straight answer for the
Yeah.
most simple question, which is interesting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Of
how
course.
can you actually explain yourself to people with one simple phrase, one simple word? You
Well, that's the
can't.
thing, right? Like, what do you almost feel pressure to give this like crazy, elaborate answer because you feel like you need to be this superhuman person where in reality, yeah, like you said, it could be very simple. Like if like if you go into a job interview, they go, oh, so tell me about yourself. Like, whoa, okay, hang on for a second, like
Yeah,
so but yeah, I think less is more too, right? Where
less is more. And
yeah,
there's a very interesting creator out there called Jack Butcher,
right,
and I learned so many things from this guy. What Jack Butcher did is like he translated his complex ideas in the creator economy with simple visuals in black and white.
yeah,
And he created an empire based on his own unique style of
yeah,
translating complex problems into simple visuals. Now,
mm,
this guy really taught me. I just followed him. I went through his courses and everything. That there is an art, a missing form of art out there that people don't really know about it, and it's called the art of reduction.
mm,
And you have to reduce to expand. And Jack Butcher somehow was also a main pillar in my inspiration to create a system to help people to reduce, to
yeah,
find a center, to find one word, a defining idea that
right,
you can build from that. You know, for some
yeah,
people, it's not very interesting as a concept, but for the people who tried it, they have unlocked a different world. And it's interesting that people, the more simple you try to present something to them, they're wired to complex
yeah,
methodologies and courses and
mhm,
frameworks. And
mhm,
think about
mhm,
it. I mean, we all are creators. We invest. We watch so much content of other creators, to try to get ideas. So we're in the loop of overthinking and imitating if we like something, but we never put ourselves 100% the way we are. Why? Because we really haven't done the work to actually reduce ourselves to a center. So,
mhm,
what is a center? A center, if you think about it, it's your core foundational element that from that things can expand consistently and coherently. If you don't have a center, the normal way, the traditional way to build a personal brand or just to build anything is like, I'm going to do content and I'm going to build a course or I'm going to sell a preset pack, but you don't really have a core. But guess what? You're building a course, you are doing content, you are doing things, so do
right,
thousand other people.
mhm,
And once you get to the world of being around those 1,000 people, then you get to start to doubt yourself. Then you get to start to question yourself and say,
Sure.
can I do it better? Oh, look, this guy, he has better lighting. Then you have to go invest in better lighting, and then say, oh, look the way he talks. Then you have to, imitate the way he talks. And we're getting on a loop to try to see what other people do,
Mhm.
because we just don't have a core foundation of who we are. Because if we have a core foundation of who we are, we don't care about what other people do. Yes,
Mhm.
it's good to be inspired, for other techniques.
Mhm.
Yes, it's good to see what's going on in the world in the competition. But if you focus too much on the competition, if you haven't built yourself,
Yeah.
you're always gonna be focused on the competition and not on yourself. And
Yeah.
you're losing track of time and you're losing opportunities. So I found this way to actually, the most simple way that already exists in us, to try to compress cognitively, in compress ourselves into one word.
Mm.
And it's not easy. It's not easy
No.
because there's so
No.
many words that people can come up with. If I ask people, say, "Oh, my word is this," but you know what? I also like this word, and
Sure. Of course.
but getting to compress yourself into one word can be an ultimate task. And once you find it, then you feel a cognitive relief. I say, oh, wow, that makes so much sense. So somehow that becomes a center because that word is literally a defining idea, what I call a governing idea of
Mm.
how you filter everything. So, I'll give you an example. There was a personal trainer, a friend of mine, who wanted to quit his job, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
He was working on a gym. Say, listen, I want to do my own thing.
Mhm.
I'll be a personal trainer. I think I have good communication skills, go
Mhm.
for it. Say, but I want you to help me to build my personal brand. At that time, he couldn't afford me, and I didn't have the time to offer him some free services because I was very busy. So I said, listen, I'm going to try to do whatever I can because we're friends, but I think start doing content like everybody else and see
Yeah.
how you like that. Start
Yeah.
talking to the camera about techniques and rituals and all those things. I said, okay, I'll do that. And he was ready. Like you can see, he was looking for somebody to tell him, go do it. I said, okay, I'm ready. He started doing content and he started getting engagement because he's a good looking guy. He's like
Mhm.
very like a Greek god body. And
Yeah.
I mean, what happened is that he started getting engagement. He started getting some DMs,
Yeah.
and he texted me and said, "Bro, that works. I mean, it's
Yeah.
everything is Instagram." I say, "Well, it's one of the ways, but if you do it right, it works." I started watching his videos too, and I say, "Good job." I mean, okay, the sound may be a little bit off. I mean, as creators, we always want the extra
Are
stuff,
you hungry?
But what I
What
saw
is
is that
funny?
he started getting very familiar with the concept to the point that he got comfortable with the camera. That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good because a lot of people they're not comfortable in the camera. Guess what then? Meta announced the new actually ad algorithm, which you didn't have to put demographics or ages or stuff like that. The AI of Meta would be able to identify for you your audience. It's people who are interested in the same concept of your
Yeah.
videos. So somehow his engagement started to go down once Meta started releasing this kind of
Mhm.
algorithm. Because why? Because now when I was trying to engage with this video, this type of video, I was getting bombarded with similar videos,
Of
and I
course.
was getting bombarded
Yeah.
with videos around the
Yeah.
lifestyle of gym. And I'm not a guy who like trains or stuff. So I say, oh wow, I'm getting a lot of some videos were really cool. And I ended up watching videos. And me as a friend, I didn't think about it. My attention got kind of scattered to
Yeah.
other creators. And when he asked me about it, I say, oh, that's going on. I say, well, that's a good way to think about what happens if you don't have a personal brand. How do you
Right.
differentiate when
Exactly.
you're competing?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
all these people are competing kind of the same features, similar prices, but not really in the way that bring value through their differentiation. So say, listen, I can help you. I'm gonna give you an extra prize because special prize because you're my friend. So we ended up doing the workshop, and we found the word for him.
Okay. Okay. What was it?
The word was discipline, and
Discipline.
Here's the thing: he never communicated himself
Yeah.
from this lens. And this guy, he wakes up every day 4:30
Oh my God.
for the last 6 years.
Every day
4:30 a.m.
to work
every
out.
single
To
day.
work out
That's his life. He eats the same food
every day.
every day.
Wow.
This guy is very disciplined. His
Wow.
discipline is beyond
Yeah.
the metrics of common
Yeah.
discipline, right? I said,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the word. I say, and he got an epiphany, or he got an enlightenment. Say, why didn't think about it?
Yeah. Why didn't he?
And
maybe.
no,
Maybe.
that
Maybe it was just too obvious.
exactly,
Might have been too obvious, right? It's
exactly.
under your nose, kind of
So
thing.
what happened is he started creating his content based on the adjustment of his word through the lens of discipline. So he started getting clients because of that, literally, because he was communicating through his differentiation lens, which was discipline, and it was literally who he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So if there is a method out there to go and monetize your brand, I
Yeah.
think you should start from the core concept of finding a center, a governing idea
Mm,
that will filters everything as you expand. If you don't have a center, if you don't have a governing idea,
yeah.
all the things gonna be floating up in the air. They're gonna change based on trends, based on other people's stuff,
Yeah.
never on your own. And
Mm,
we're just going in the loop of endless social media scrolling to
right.
see what's
Right.
going on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what happens. But
Yeah.
you find the center, things can change dramatically. So, and I'm
Wow.
very passionate about it to help people to find their one word brand, because the one word, if you put in perspective, if
Yeah.
the whole world
Yeah.
had like a concept, one word of something
Yeah.
like a purpose, something to
Yeah.
hold them, we will have better connections, everybody. Now, you
Yeah.
see companies, it's all about the money, bro. So
Of course.
it's it's too transactional, it's too things have changed a lot. So for me, I'm on a mission literally to help as many creators
You
as I
are.
can
You
to
are.
find a center, and they can build from that and expand to multiple
Yeah.
services and products that make sense and do great marketing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually the concept of the one word brand. Find the
It's
center, a
wild,
governing
man.
idea.
It just sounds so simple, but yet it's so hard to do. You
It
know,
is. And if I ask
it's.
you, if I
I,
ask you, I don't
I
want to
thought
put you in the
about it
spot.
after you did um, that Zoom that we did like last month or whatever. I thought about it. I don't really know, man.
Interesting, right?
Like
It's
I
interesting,
don't
right?
really know. Like I don't know. Documentary, maybe,
Yes,
possibly.
maybe it can be if that pleases you, but the way you're expressing that this maybe can can have more deeper layers under it.
Could be.
So this exploration and this discovery actually started when I heard like Maurice Sachi. Maurice
Hmm.
Sachi is the founder of Sachi and Sachi, one of the
Yeah.
most beautiful advertising ads in the world.
Yeah.
And he said pretty much that with this attention, and that was back in 2006 when he said it,
Yeah.
where we didn't have
20 years ago.
AI and Instagram and social media that
Not a,
weren't like, I
wasn't
think
like this.
Instagram wasn't yet a thing. It was
No,
maybe MySpace back then.
maybe.
Anyway, but the point is that he said the companies that are going to be successful in this world is the companies that are going to own the real estate in the consumer's mind with one word. For
Wow.
example, Volvo, the
Wow.
Swedish car company. When you think about Volvo, your mind goes to safety. Or when you think to safety, for safety,
Yeah.
your mind goes to Volvo.
Yeah.
When you think of Disney, one word comes to your mind, magic.
Yeah.
They selling this magic.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sell you talk about magic, Disney comes to your mind. Coca-Cola has invested gazillions of dollars to become the synonym of happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, this company invented Santa Claus. So we're talking about why is it important for those companies to come up with one word
Mm.
and connect to the consumer's mind, because it's so big of an economy right now, so many brands. The
Yeah.
brands that are gonna be successful is the companies that are gonna have one real estate position in the mind with one word. and
Wild.
that will be the epitome of that they made it. You know, so can we do that as creators? I think we can. I think we can. You know, the
Well,
other
it's almost like
example
you have to. It's almost like you have to though, just to be able to like survive, like
I think, yeah,
long term. You know.
because the long term survival that you just said is literally on your resilience and is
Wow.
literally on your
I mean,
tolerance and patience and all the powers you possess to go further. But if you don't
well,
know who
yeah,
you are, don't know who you are, most likely it's not going to be successful.
yeah. That's why this is a good kind of first pod to launch the year because everyone's making those resolutions, right? So like, I mean, it's almost like you have to like separate yourself from like the world and really understand like who you are as a person. You almost have to kind of like go into like Buddhist state almost.
I agree. I
Not
agree.
easy, not easy to do.
You know, also there is something, two of my role models
Yeah,
beyond the role models I have is like Steve Jobs, of course,
sure.
because I know he was a little bit of a strict and weird as a leader.
Yeah,
Maybe that's a trait that the leaders have, but I don't know. I don't think maybe I don't agree with that. But he's a visionary. He changed the world, you know.
yeah.
But
Is that his word? Is that Steve Jobs' word? Visionary? Would that be
Steve
his
Jobs,
word?
yeah, huge
Vision.
visionary. Steve Jobs, visionary. But Jobs echoed my other role model quote was Akio Morita. Since we both
Mhm.
like Japan, Akio
Mhm.
Morita really
Yeah,
changed the world with Sony. So
yeah,
Akio Morita, the Sony founder, he
yeah,
said that it's really hard to design products by focus groups
wow,
back in the
why?
day.
Yeah,
Now, he said that after that. A lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them.
yeah,
So let's put it in
true.
perspective. A lot of people say, okay, let me try, let me do the beta testing, let me take feedback. They're relying too much on what the people will say to launch something, you know?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
like my content? Do you like my product? You know?
They want the validation.
The validation, yeah,
They
it's a
want, yeah,
psychological
yeah. They want the
thing.
validation.
But Akio Morita, when they built the Walkman, the
Love
cassette
the
Walkman,
Walkman.
they didn't
Yeah,
ask anybody.
love it.
They didn't ask anybody. And Steve Jobs, he wasn't doing focus groups. He had a
Yeah,
vision of something and he was building it. And
yeah,
to the point that he would be misunderstood, you know?
right.
So what Akio Morita said and Steve Jobs echoes like, you don't really want people's opinions to be something.
Mm.
People don't really know what they want until you
Do you
just
show
give
it
it
to
to them,
them?
show them, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
interesting. It's
think
interesting.
about how empowering that is.
Well, it's very
Huge,
empowering. Very empowering.
so if all the creators they believe that they have
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
they believe themselves without asking.
yeah,
There's a reason why they believe in it.
yeah,
And they have stories to share, they have skills, and they have values to differentiate it from the world. So
yeah.
they come up with something, but then they say, is it good enough? Where there are other products that are doing kind of the same. Here's
Mm.
what we're missing. It doesn't matter. Everything has been invented, right? Everything is out there. Everything is out there. There's
Right.
nothing that doesn't exist. Maybe something, I don't know.
Ask Elon Musk. He's probably got something in the back end we
Yeah,
haven't seen.
he has the capacity to create stuff, but they all come from some core inspirations and some core
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah, yeah,
If all creators will have this resilience to break all the barriers of overthinking and over
yeah,
analyzing and, start building things that we feel as they're
yeah,
good,
yeah,
is not about how good they are because Rick Rubin said it that what you build has to make sense for you because
yeah,
what you build and what the world is going to perceive, it's out of your control.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
maybe we want to have control about everything, but forget about it. Just forget about everything else and focus on yourself to find what makes sense for you, what makes you
Yeah.
happy. Commit your life to this energy and this process of
Mm,
making it. And then trust me, the people who resonate with you, they will resonate with you.
yeah.
Okay. Right now, we just try to see what other people are doing. Am I good enough? Can I do this or that?
Yeah.
That's not the way. So that's what I'm trying to inspire my fellow creators.
It's definitely reassuring because I think there's a lot of, I mean, especially for YouTube, like people are always saying, ask your audience what they want. Like, ask your audience what they want to see. Like, what videos do you want your audience to watch? And that's a common thing in YouTube. And I kind of get that, but also at the same time, you need to make videos that you want to make also, that you have fun with, that you can get behind and that you're proud of, right? And sometimes those things don't align. But like what you said with the people that will connect with you will connect with you. That's going to happen regardless. So like to me, it's like you got to make stuff that you're proud of, right? Instead of kind of asking people, "Oh, so what do you want to watch, Cost? Like, you want to, it's like it doesn't really matter what they want to watch because you're the one making it. So you need to make things that you want to make. So it's a common thing in YouTube, right? So
Yeah. And I'm glad you agree because I think as creators, we focus too much on what the people want and we're losing the essence of who we are. So
yeah,
the big
yeah,
opportunity, the big opportunity right now for all of us is to sit down, take a breather, take a step back, and just see the chaos in front of us.
yeah.
AI, content,
Yeah,
internet,
that's what I
media,
mean.
competition,
Yeah,
products, courses, frameworks, and say, okay, I'm ready. But how? By doing more research?
hmm
Mm, no, you already have what you need to have. You already have it. You have the skills. You have the expertise of what you do because your expertise is literally based on what you do. If we talk about photographers, for instance, I know
yeah,
so many photographers and so very
yeah,
talented,
yeah.
what differentiates them from other photographers?
hmm
As I told you before, it's the same equipment. Is it different angles? Is it different editing? Maybe.
Yeah,
But everything has been invented, everything is out there. How do
yeah,
you go out there?
sure.
Take a breather, take a step back, identify who you really are, and try to infuse it, embed it to
hmm
everything you do. Put yourself 100% to your product, and this product is already unique because it has you, because
hmm
you are not the same like everybody else. Maybe we're similar, but we're not the same. So that right there, that empowering moment you understand that you are different and you can put yourself to your products and your brand, this is where it starts. That's why I think the concept of the category of one is very powerful.
Yeah,
So the category one, want to build a one word brand as a system for people to find one word and expand this to systems and products and
hmm
content and everything. I had in my mind the category of one because when you build something based on your requirements, what you need based on who you are, this is already different. This is already not competing with anybody.
yeah,
So we have to stop thinking about competition right now and we start have to think about owning. So once you own who you are,
right.
trust me when I tell you this, you will see a lot of people owning anything they do. And it doesn't matter if there's like similar products out there. Because without this unique differentiation and distinction, all the
Yeah,
products are fighting over features and pricing. And
yeah.
once you go to this competition,
You've already
you're gonna
lost.
lose
Yeah,
no
100%.
matter what.
Yeah,
So do we want to
true.
do that or we want to present ourselves through products and through brands that are really talking our story,
Yeah.
that really communicate who we are in our unique way?
Mm.
So, my friends, find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others. That's what I'm saying to everybody. And I think there's a good trend tendency. I mean, a lot of people are coming and they're reaching out, they're showing
Yeah,
some interest what I
yeah,
do. And once
yeah.
they go through the method, then the results are just
So does
the
like
results you're expecting.
so does everyone that comes on board to your program, do they eventually find their one word? Does everyone actually eventually find it? Like, some people may take shorter, some people may take longer, but
Everybody finds the word because
eventually, yeah.
what I am an expert is really to understand pattern recognition.
Mm,
I've done more than 250 of those workshops, with creators, and
Yeah.
after 250 people, you get a good idea about patterns.
Mm.
There is a very interesting concept that has been created from Carl Jung, one of the best
Mhm.
psychologists in the world. It's
Mhm.
about the archetypes. So there are 12 archetypes. So an archetype, if you think about it in the perspective of what it means specifically, is really the original version of you, the prototype, right? So
Mm.
you come wired already, from your genes or the way you grow up in your house with specific frameworks, okay?
Mhm.
And then, as we grow, we just see other things, we're getting inspired, we're getting influenced. But the archetype is your archetype. You have a specific archetype. And a lot of people don't know about it. So we try to find the original version. What's the prototype behind everything, all right? Which is interesting,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
And once we found this archetype, this is the way to prime our brain that, okay, I have an archetype. What do I do with? What are the traits of the archetype?
Yeah.
There are archetypes like the creator, the sage, the caregiver,
Mhm.
the lover. There's many different things, So depending on the industry you are, depending what you sell, you can have a very different, unique archetype. So once you find the
Yeah.
archetype, the man is start thinking, okay, so what's next? I have this kind of archetype. The next step that I'm teaching is about let's do a hardcore discovery of yourself through three elements. Soft skills. Soft skills are skills like people don't really pay attention to, but they're very important, and it's a good differentiator. Soft skills, basically, I mean, if you have like an increased sense of empathy, is literally a superpower, or
Mhm.
you're compassionate, or you have like the power to listen to people, you have like different soft skills, which actually reveal your emotional intelligence, but we haven't really identified them. So through the system that I built, we identify the soft skills. The next step is to identify hard skills. What you're technically good to do. What's your
Mhm.
technical skill? Are you a good web designer? Are you a plumber? Are
Mhm.
you an architect? What are you? So we try to break down the hard skills. And now we see our brain is already primed from the archetype, is already primed from the soft skills, and now the hard skills start revealing easier because now say yes, I do this technical skill, but I also know this. And us as creators, we do so many things, right? So many
Yeah.
things, but we
Yeah.
just really haven't give the glory that we
That's
also know how to do this. That's
um,
empowering. So we
mhm.
identify the hard skills and the soft skills, and then the next thing we have to understand is about ourselves is the values. What's
Yeah.
your value? Some people that don't even know that they have values, which is interesting. There's some, I had a creator that say, I don't really know. I mean, and that's why I give them the system with ideas to say, okay, yes, I do have integrity. Oh, now
Yeah.
you know that you have values. Uh, oh, I do believe in respect. So you have values. So people now have a nice map of self, the image, the self image. So they know the archetype and they know
Yeah.
the soft skills, the
Right.
hard skills, and the values. That's a good priming for the brain,
Man.
So
Yeah.
you go now say, okay, what's next? Next in the method, in the system, it's literally to find your defining idea, your one word. And the way I do it, since we both like Japanese, with the Japanese method of the ikigai.
Yeah.
And the ikigai means the purpose of being. It's a Japanese philosophy that a lot of Japanese people know about, and a lot of Japanese people that don't know about it. But it's an abstract philosophy of the reason of being, that you need to have a purpose of being.
Mhm.
Now, this has been translated in the West world through Venn diagrams. So
Yeah.
I learned how to use it, and I help people to find their idea through four questions:
Mhm.
what you love in your life, what you're very good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. Remember, we
Mhm.
already primed from the previous steps. So now the answers are coming easier. Okay. There is some flow to the way we think. It's called meta thinking, thinking about thinking, but easy. So now we bring those questions and answers in front of us. We're getting a very good understanding about ourselves, and that gets exciting. It's like you discover a treasure. Okay. Say, oh my
Right.
God,
Right.
this is everything. The next step in the Ikigai is to find intersections to find the word, the passion. What's your passion? What's your real passion? To find your real profession. A lot of people don't know what the profession is. They think that the profession is this, but through the exercise, they find the exact profession, what they are.
Yeah.
Their vocation what they were meant to be. What's the divine calling? Can be a little bit abstract and philosophical, but people find a lot of clarity once they understand what the vocation is. What I was always meant to do is like helping
Mhm.
people or like
Right.
innovate, whatever it is. People get great clarity from that. And the last part is to find your mission. Where are you going? What's your
Yeah.
aim, right? And Jordan Peterson talks about aim a lot.
Mhm.
So after you have all those questions in front of you and answers, the very last step of the ikigai is to find the one word or phrase
Yeah.
that connects all the
Every
things together.
wild
And
stuff.
when you find this word, my man,
Yeah.
everything is so bright, not only to the point of clarity, to the point say, what is next? I know who I am. And this is how I developed the one word brand because I started doing the ikigai in the beginning, that I learned from Chris Do. And I took it the next level to apply this for business. So I
Mm.
tried to do this to actually help people to build personal brands or build businesses through this one defining idea. And I was I was stuck there. People finding that the words they were living happy, but then I was getting messages saying, "What do I do with this word? I mean, it feels good, but I don't know what to do with this word," which is interesting, right? And I say, "Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
that's something that's something very interesting." So I developed more things as a brand strategy because I love building brands. I said, "Okay,
Yeah.
let's see how we can build the brand further with this defining idea." So we expand this word into what I call the brand vocabulary, the brand lexicon. Okay, similar contextual words that are around your defining idea,
Mhm.
contrast words, emotion words, contextual words, action verbs. And you
Yeah.
create like a nice, beautiful brand vocabulary that is your vocabulary. It's your own unique
Right.
brand lexicon. Those are the words you're using around the concept of your governing idea. All right. Now you have a brand language. You have a defining idea and you have a brand language. And what I do as an exercise then, and with the help of the AI, which try to personalize it as much as possible, is to
Yeah.
create a brand declaration, one that people call the brand manifesto. It's
Mm.
like a statement before you go out there, say, hey, this is who I am. That's what I believe. That's what I stand for.
Yeah.
Come join me. It's an invitation. So through
Mm.
this declaration manifesto, people now they have in a very big capacity a brand. They know their governing idea, they know what they stand for, they have a brand language, they know their archetypes, they know all the competencies, and they're ready to go and conquer the world. And that's a good part to give to the people, but there's also one more part that I found that was a disconnection. Because when you develop methods, you always try to find if there's something missing. So I was always making methods, but there was always an additional step that I couldn't see
Right.
until I realized that some people, it wasn't feedback, it was really questions. Say, okay, there's something else, right? And say,
Okay.
yes, you
Yeah.
need to make money. You need to
Okay.
monetize.
Right.
And how do you monetize? In the creator economy, you monetize through ads, right? Through
Mhm.
attention,
Mhm.
or you can sell those beautiful courses, templates,
Yeah.
journals, books, or you can create communities, or you can create a consulting service. So I went to another seminar and I learned about the three types of products. Three types of products out there. DIY, do it yourself. That's the
Yeah.
first product. All
Yeah.
the templates, journals, books, DIY courses, everything that people can buy from you and do it themselves. Literally, it's called DIY.
Mhm.
And that's a very good practice for everybody to just distill everything from what they did before into a product, to put themselves into the product. The second category of products is DWY, which is the do it with you. That
Uh,
means a community,
mm.
cohort, a workshop,
Yeah.
mastermind group,
Right.
anything that you can bring people together from your circle, and teach them what you do. That's a
Okay.
DWI. And
Okay.
the last product, which for a lot of people is like the high ticket, it's a DFY, the done for you. Like
Mm.
literally teaching you 101. I'm giving you my time,
Yeah.
my skills, my light to you to help you build this, whatever you're building. So those three products, if you put in perspective that what's feasible for a creator is very feasible to accomplish because you can build a course or uh, something on AI very easy. As long as you personalize it and you put everything
Mm,
from your end, your personality, your character, your defining idea, your brand into this, AI can help you to build amazing things and faster. So
yeah,
that
for sure.
kills the overthinking, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And you already have a momentum because right now you know what you stand for. You know what your governing idea is. So what's next? You have a product suite, you have a brand. The next is marketing, right? And
Mm,
marketing can be very complex, but the reality is that now, instead of starting to think about what to post or what to talk about, you already have behind you a brand that you want to talk about, a product suite you want to talk about. So content now for
yeah.
organic reads, it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to make. You know, you just
Mm,
put everything on AI, you create scripts, you adjust them based on your own tone, and you
yeah.
start doing what you have to do.
Interesting.
So, yes, we're using AI, but now AI is not using us with generic answers. It's literally formed based on our requirements and prerequisites, which is actually our governing idea, our brand, and our products.
Yeah.
The results, Paul, they have been tremendous for the people at it. And I'm very happy because I'm not gonna sell myself, say, hey, make the seven-figure agency
Right. Right.
or make $1 million doing this because those are all abstract. In the
Yeah.
beginning, I was struggling with my overthinking as well. Should I communicate that if you do this, you're gonna make money specifically in this
Mhm.
time?
Mhm.
I'm not like that.
Mhm.
I'm showing a roadmap how to go and make money. I do have testimonies from people that they're very successful, but I think at the end of the day, there is a reason that all those big giants like Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozy,
Mhm.
all those big giants, they have a fine print on the programs that you buy for thousands of dollars that it says as a legal disclaimer,
Mhm.
we don't guarantee that you're
Yeah.
gonna make money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Of
the
course.
fine print, the legal disclaimer. So that should tell us something. It's you buying frameworks, you buying courses, with your own responsibility to the point you're gonna be involved in this. But the problem is that we cannot take advantage of this if we don't know who we are. So it's
Yeah.
really important to find ourselves before we buy
Yeah.
the framework.
Yeah. I mean, you have to walk through the fire yourself. You can't just lay back and watch a podcast or watch a presentation or go to like a weekend seminar and lay back and watch and think you're going to get $1 million. Like you actually have to do the work. Like you need to be invested, right? This is not a it's not a passive exercise, like
Right?
it's
Exactly.
work, right? This is a work now, right? It's interesting, man. It's really interesting. Like it's very, like what do you say to people that are kind of like, oh no, that's all hogwash or that's all, whatever. It's all what do you say to people that don't really jive with what you're saying?
I think the people that they're not interested in this kind of commitment is the people who think they know or they're scared to reveal who they are
Yeah, that's
because they
probably
have
it.
their own insecurities and the traumas.
Right. Right.
They
Yeah.
have this block that they see all those
Yeah.
creators or coaches in a stereotypical way that, oh, this is like, it's too expensive or
Mm,
too whatever.
yeah. Yeah.
The reality is not about that. It's about if you feel that you have done so many things and nothing works, is literally because that you haven't embedded yourself to the whole process. You
Mm,
try to do something else. And I see creators all over the place posting content or try to monetize it. They can't. And they feel scattered, they feel burned out. The reason is because the number one investment,
yeah.
it should be to try to find themselves. How you gonna do that? You wanna read a book, you're gonna find a coach to do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The most
Yeah.
defining moment is to understand that you have to take a step back, take a breather, and say, let me understand who I am
Yeah.
so I can put myself to this process.
Mm,
Otherwise, the process is not going to be mine. It's going to be always subject to copying from other people, imitating, or try to discover through other kind of inspirations. And we
yeah.
keep reading and keep learning, and nothing is being applied. The number one investment is this mental stop. I say, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me understand who I am. And maybe we have an idea,
Mm,
but do we really know who we are? We cannot express it in one word. We cannot express it
no.
with one phrase.
No.
Everybody. Some
Yeah.
people they're more confident, say, I do this and I'm like that, and they already figure it out. But most of the people I know, they have the same problem.
Mm,
Ask them who they are. And they're gonna tell you just
Yeah.
this. I cannot tell you in one phrase or one word, And
Yeah.
yes, I get it. But if you are able to answer this question,
Mm.
you're very close to success. That's what I think.
Wild. It's wild, man. I like it. It's very interesting. It's very I don't know. I like it though.
It's interesting, and it's for me, it's everything
Yeah, like
because
what's
the
like what
career.
do you yeah, like what do you like what's the best part of the whole process for you when you work with someone?
It's when they find this word
Is it yeah.
to see the light in the face. They
Mm.
feel like they discover a treasure. Like, oh my god,
Won the
people.
lottery, man. Won the lottery.
Yeah, yeah, literally,
Yeah.
literally, literally. I mean, I have people
Yeah.
like I have people crying literally when
Yeah.
this word means so much to them. Have so many stories to share. Like
Yeah.
my grandmother, that's her word, or this word means so much for my family. This word is my dream. So many things, but nobody pays attention to words anymore
Mm.
in the most basic way. All the
Yeah.
words that have been invented through stories. And
Yeah.
if you take if you take identity, for instance,
Mm.
a beautiful word. Identity, we all have different identities, right? I
Mhm.
mean, we're if we try to apply the identity concept to everybody, you have a different identity, you have a different identity, I have a different identity. But identity, the word origin in Latin is idem, and
Mm.
idem means the same. And what we're trying to differentiate ourselves with other people is our identity.
Mm.
But what it means is the same. Think about this. It has
Crazy.
been it has been transformed as a word
Yeah.
to actually
Wow.
create a distinction between people, but it means the same.
Well, that's interesting. That's
I mean,
interesting.
think about when we say identical twins.
Right.
It's the same exactly like photocopy. But we
Yeah.
don't use it as a concept of same. We use it as a concept of different. So if you try to find a word that means something to you,
Yeah.
break down to the history, understand how this word has been formed.
Mm.
So I pay too much attention to words because I love
It's interesting, man.
the linguistic science, and
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yes, it's interesting.
It is. It is
But now it's the
interesting.
time for us to do something about it. Because I'm in pain when I see so many talented people
Yeah.
have so many skills, so many great perspectives about many different things, and they're stuck in their heads. Tony Robbins said it and very
Mhm.
clearly. Success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics.
Yeah.
And we do have the mechanics. It's out there. We have access. What we don't have access really is the power to go inside our mind. Psychology is the science of brain, the science of
Mm.
mind. We don't have the power. We are avoiding ourselves for some reason, you know. But by the time you want to make something for yourself, the time you understand that you don't want to work on a 9 to 5 and you want to do your own thing, that's a defining moment for you. It can be a lonely journey, it can be a dark journey. How do you go out there? You have to understand yourself. And a lot of people, they think they have some sense, but they don't have the complete sense. So for me, I'm in the science of exploring the self through
Yeah.
identity, through branding, through productization of ideas, and all those things with the governing idea, with the discovery of the one word. So what I
Wow.
call it is like from one word to the category of one. So I think
Yeah.
that's the only journey a creator can take, and
Yeah.
it's interesting, like you said, but for me, it's everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be successful
I
to
like
that
that,
point.
man. It's interesting. No, it's cool. I think it's a great message for everyone that's starting out the new year. They want to do different things. They want to, they want to subtract. They want to, subtract less, like subtract from their lives to kind of make their lives more full, right? So I think a lot of people feel that way, where it's almost too much. People are carrying too much around them, and they want to simplify, right? So it's good, man. I like it.
Yeah,
Sick.
I was in our group in that we both are, and that Devon made for
Yeah.
us. Thank you,
Yeah.
Devon.
Thank you,
Um,
Devin.
and I was watching everybody's portfolio.
Yeah.
Great visuals. Oh my gosh, we have some great talent there. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but somehow I was going through the portfolio of everybody. Somehow I wasn't attracted from something else other than the visual
Yeah.
externalization. You can see great editing, great
Yeah.
perspectives,
Yeah.
great atmospheric photos and videos. But I wasn't remember who did this and who that because we have like 100 plus. So I was going through the videos.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people have their unique style, but
Yeah.
how people take those portfolios to the next level is
Yeah.
literally embed themselves, infuse themselves
You
to
have
the
to.
whole portfolio
Yeah.
somehow. You know,
You have to, I think.
for me, for example, something that I'm pushing my fellow creators to do is like you have a photo,
Yeah.
talk about it,
Yeah.
talk about the conception, talk about
Yeah.
what made you to trigger
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the
No, I think
button.
it's I think people should do that because I think people like to see like what made someone do something, like why someone made something that way. I think people want that instead of
Yeah,
just kind of seeing the finished product, right? So
yeah.
I think people should definitely look into that for sure, man.
So let's make the 2026 poll a year that creators really thrive.
Yeah, I
I
hope
really
so,
want to
man.
see them
I
thrive.
feel I feel like there could be a shift coming, right? So
Yeah, and you're in
we should,
Canada. That I see a
yeah,
huge movement in Canada. What's going on?
huge. Oh man, you
So
got to come up here, man. It's where it's at.
I will, I will.
In the summer, in the
But
summertime.
there's so many people. What the first person I met from Canada
Yeah,
through YouTube it was Peter McKinnon, and
yeah,
I think
exactly.
I think he opened somehow the market. Maybe there
Yeah,
was other people before, but he opened the market
yeah,
for people to see the Canadians how cool they are with their
yeah,
content and their. But Peter McKinnon, he was the first guy who created the personal brand through his
yeah,
unique style. We
yeah.
didn't really watch his portfolio. We
Hmm.
were watching him talking about things. What magnetized us to him was literally
Yeah.
the way he was talking, the way he was presenting things. And you know what? Somehow we got wired with him to
Well,
the point
people,
say,
yeah,
he
people. I
must
think
be a good
people.
photographer. He must be a good videographer, you
I don't
know?
think it's even about that. I think people just want to watch him. I don't think it's even about the work. Sometimes I think people just connect with him, right? Because he has just a natural ability to speak in front of the camera, right? So, um, to me, it's like it's not really about the work; it's more about the person, like how they kind of
Exactly.
communicate, like where they're from, what they're doing, what they plan to do. Kind of like they want to talk about their faults and their challenges. Like people don't really connect with someone that's I'm amazed and I make like no mistakes and my journey's been like flawless. Like people don't really connect there. But if you're able to like, hey, these are my challenges and this is what I'm trying to do about them, I think there's a lot more power to that, right? So
Yep.
you
I
know,
agree.
but yeah, man, we're up against the hour, so I want to have you back on at some point in the year, man, and maybe have like
It will be a pleasure.
a mid-year check-in.
No problem. And I'm always excited and passionate about talking about those things because I've been a videographer, photographer,
Yeah,
graphic designer, and I know all the struggles that we're going through as creators. And I think it's time for us
yeah,
to shine through our identity. I think
yeah.
now's the time. So I hope my message is gonna go through
It
and
will.
create the new tribe of people with strong identities that really give impact to the world. So I'm all
Yeah,
about that.
absolutely. And how can people find you on
So
socials?
my methodology so on the one word
Yeah,
brand.com, or they can find me on Instagram with my nickname, which was like my agency's name as well. It's
yeah,
called Brand Tree.
yep.
I'm the only one there. So
Okay.
yeah, I would love to meet people, talk about ideas, and yeah, see what's next for them. I'm all
I love
about
it,
that.
man. I love it. I wish you all the best this year with the program, and hopefully there was some great talent coming out.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, and all
All
the
right.
best to you and your podcast and your documentary
Who knows,
ideas
man?
and
Who
your
knows,
your
man?
journeys.
Oh yeah, it's ever going, isn't it?
It never stops. Yeah.
Never stops, bro. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. Go check out Kostas. Links are in the description of this podcast, and we'll see you next time. Peace.